Okay then, this cupboard this is to the left of the desk where I sit and do my videos. This cupboard, so this was an extended cupboard. These shelving and everything goes over the top of the stairs. You can't see, you would never know if you're walking up the stairs. But this was built in extra for this room. For this, it's part of the evolution for this room. And this piece of desk here is a piece of the old desk, along with a printer, and it's kind of part of the office stuff I'd probably do. You know, it's just I can click on the computer and then click, and if I want to print something, and it prints in there. It's out the way, but the fridge is going on top of that desk there. Inside there, it's out the way. Then, if you're seeing a bit of flashing light, it's because the screen's flashing. Let me fix that. Cool, that's bright red. So the fridge is right by me. I just unboxed it right here. Thought I'd document this because again, don't know if you can see that. Get my fingers on the camera. So there we have the. It's difficult to hold this tablet PC. There's not much to grab out of. Very thin. So that opens that way. This can be adjusted by putting on this side instead, and it can open the other way, which I will much prefer. Let me log in there. That's the screen flashing. If you can see any flashing light, 836 or spare screen does that when the tablet PC goes. The laptop goes on standby. So shelf adjustable, I can put stuff in here and fruits and veg in there. I think this bit is freezers. You get a bit of a freezer unit. Again, let me log in properly before that starts flashing again. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be ideal, and I've done the electrics. I have electrics sorted in the cupboard to the left of here. So this strip plug is sealed onto the screen. That cable fits under the door. The door is shuttable and okay to be shut, and it goes around the back into plug sockets at the back. One of those are another extension to come up the top here, and I will be putting the fridge plugged into one of those and switching them on or off independently. So yeah, I got electric sorted for that. Those two sockets put into this room because immediately downstairs is a switch box anyway, and that overhangs. Overhanging the hallway from downstairs anyway. This shelving that got sorted. This shelving is kind of, as you walk upstairs, that's above your head, but you would never know because it's all sealed off and done properly anyway. There is another plug socket behind the sofa, which I will need to blank off because we're not going to be using it. But I've extended off that to here and get that out the way. Hold on. That out the way. So to hopefully that's the right way up to here. So as you see, this is on top of the screen. The cable from behind, extend it to this, and that's a cable around. Hopefully you can see this properly. So I can't see where the camera is looking. It's difficult really without rid of that. So again, there we go. So the cable came from that underneath this up there, which was powering the fish tank. There's a shrimp here doing his thing. Sorry about if the video turns out a bit weird. Because I'm pointing it and I can't really judge where it's pointed properly. It's a thing of a tablet. There's nothing round over. It's not that. It's just so smooth and thin that a tablet PC, and I can't direct it properly. But I'm just gonna, put this up, upload this, because there's another video as the evolution of this room. This room has completely changed identity, if you will. It is completely different to what it was prior to June the 2nd. Actually, June the 2nd, it was different. Coming back, I had a week off in June, in favourite part of the country, holiday, where I've, vacation, where I normally sort of escape. Come back, family member who owns the building said, well, I was back for a few days, and they said, well, I should have had this room ready. It was in the other room. You see some older videos, much smaller. And I said, well, yeah, I struggle with the spacing, but I'll swap with you. And that was the result. We swapped, and we both had to spend quite a bit of money, myself a lot more money, because they wanted just a bedroom. I wanted something more akin to turning this into a flat, and I'm not using that so right now. So turning it into a flat, so a small microwave would go on top of that fridge as well. Yeah, should do. I get a really cheap small one to have a cold food. I'll be able to warm something up. That's take it out of the fridge and warm it up, and hey presto, you got all mod cons, different things, and a kettle. Yeah, maybe I get a kettle. We got fridge, oven, and kettles and all this downstairs anyway, but this is functioning more like a flat. I turned this into more like a flat. Once I hate to think about it, but in the future I'm going to inherit this house, and so once I have, if there's at some point some other family member or friend wants something that's more like a flat for a means to an end that's temporary, they could use it, right? But generally, the way it's set up right now, it is a room for me to function like it's a flat, and my online stuff in front of me, fish tank, comfy, super comfy sofa, by the way. Managed to get some, I don't know if you can see that, I need to get out of the way for you to see that. Managed to get some red covers for some of the cushions, 2 red ones. It just takes the colour off and it matches the rug I got in front of the sofa, with some red bands in that. So colour coordination is definitely a thing to make things feel cosy, more professional. That's it. That's all I got to say, really. It's just sharing. Some people might think it's oversharing, but it's part of what I said. Hey, here's a documenting of the evolution of this room, and it's still going to be changed regardless of the fridge, regardless of the microwave. There's going to be a few little bits here and there which I might talk about, or I put beading around. I'm going to put beading around some of the skirting board where the baseboard and where it meets the floor panels. Peace out, take care, thanks for watching. I look forward to doing the next video.